Since our founding, our country has been a destination for those that seek equal treatment and equal opportunity. Across the world, America is known as the land of opportunity, and I'm very proud that we have that label. Our hard work and ingenuity built the country, brick by brick, city by city, and my home state of Michigan was right in the middle of it, building the tools, the vehicles that built our country, and that frankly built the middle class of our country. Those looking for new opportunity, those with entrepreneurial spirit, have always been welcome here in America. And people still make the journey to this country in search of a better life. We tell the world that everyone has equal opportunity, that if you put in just as much hard work as your neighbor, you'll earn a decent living and be able to provide for your family. But that's only half true, Mr. President. Everyone can work hard, everyone can be successful, but for some reason, it is acceptable that women do not need to be paid as much as men for the exact same work. And this is unacceptable. And that's what this legislation is all about. Nationally, women make 77 cents for every dollar a man makes for the exact same job. And in Michigan, the numbers are even worse. Women make 74 cents on every dollar for the exact same job. And I've received countless letters from constituents describing how this affects their lives and their families' lives. Teresa from Detroit is a single mom with 2 daughters. One daughter's in college. Teresa tries to help her out as much as she can, but she gets paid less than her male co-workers for doing the same work, so it's tough. Pamela from Romulus, Michigan, is the sole breadwinner in her house, supporting her husband, a disabled Vietnam veteran, and their children. She works at a corporation and took over a man's job. Then the company changed the title so they could pay her less. Craig from Lowell wrote in to tell me his story. And this, by the way, is a common story in Michigan over the last number of years. He lost his job in 2008 because of the recession. His wife had to support their entire family of 4. The family had to go on food assistance, something they never thought in their wildest dreams they would have to do, because Craig's wife has been working at the same company for 23 years, but hasn't gotten a raise in the last 4 years and makes several dollars an hour less than her male counterparts. Melissa from Ann Arbor is the sole breadwinner in her family of 4. She figured out that if she were paid the same as her male colleagues, she would take home an extra $1,000 a month after taxes. That $1,000, she said, would make their family more stable. It would let Melissa and her husband take the children on trips, give them new opportunities, allow them to be enrolled in sports, and save for college and for retirement, that extra $1,000 a month. Cheryl from Okemos had to take a second job just to make as much as her male counterparts at her day job. And it has cut down on how much time she can spend with her family. So she's got a second job just so she can make as much as her colleagues that work 1 job. She's got 2 jobs. So now the trade-off for her is, as a mom, spending less time with her family. She's able to feed and clothe her children, she says, but she says she's missing out on watching them grow up. Also, a very important value we talk about all the time on the floor of the Senate in terms of values for families. Linda from South Lyon wrote about her lifetime of being discriminated against just because she's a woman. Over her career, she has consistently made less than men in the same industry with the same job description. One executive even told her that he only hires women because they work harder and he can pay them less. They work harder, but he should not be able to pay them less. Sandra from Marshall has worked as an engineer at the same company for 28 years. She's been rated as one of the company's best performers. Despite this, she has never risen to the level where she earns bonuses or a better pension, a level in her company that is dominated by men. She has countless people she has hired, and she has trained, and she has watched them pass her by. Jennifer, from the west side of Michigan, was a university teacher and an athletic coach. She was the head coach of a varsity women's team and taught 6 classes. She saw men in the same position make more money while they taught fewer classes and saw them receive tenure with master's degrees while she was required to work towards a PhD to be eligible for the same tenure. She was denied tenure despite good performance evaluations, yet a male assistant coach at the university was given tenure without a PhD because he had a family. These are real stories. This is about families, economic opportunities, security for families. Mr. President, America is known as the land of opportunity, and people still make the journey to our great country in search of a better life. Everyone has an equal chance to work hard, and everyone can be successful. But not everyone gets the same opportunity to be successful. And women in Michigan make 74 cents for every dollar a man earns for the exact same job. There are so many families in Michigan struggling right now. Things shouldn't be harder on them just because their primary breadwinners are women. It's just not right. Middle-class families need the economic security. That's why we need the Paycheck Fairness Act. We've made strides moving forward, but right now this isn't, Mr. President, complicated. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. Equal pay for equal work. We talk the talk all the time. It's time to walk the walk and to pass this bill.